That book she has in her hand, that book she has was, she thought at first would help her learn, but she actually learns from now on by, learning from Baloo. But the thing is, she can fly a damn plane. And she's even admitted at times when she thinks she's right, she finds out she's wrong, and she's admitted it. How many more people can say that? And the links, and here's the links, and here's the thing. The links she'll go to save her daughter. Mommy for a Day. She literally, without a board, for the first time, it's not the last, but for the first time, straps that rope that they have in the back of the plane, opens up the damn doors, and shoo, gets herself sucked out just to save her daughter. She does the same thing in The Incredible Shrinking Molly. She does that, and that's where she also has a little bit of quick wit as well, some very humorous quick wit. Because after she, opens up the doors and, again, just like she did in Mommy for a Day, allows herself to be sucked out, what happens? Baloo tells her, hang on, and then all of a sudden here she comes around to his side of the window, or his side of the plane, and says, she knocks on the window and says, I don't let him go. It's really funny. I don't know what more you could say about it, about the character like Rebecca, except she has contributed so much to the series. Literally, she's contributed so much that I don't know what else to say. Except if you wanted a boss to work for, someone that was strict, was firm, but was so tolerant of who you are and how you lived, but still cared enough about you to throw you a pick-her-upper party, to help you out in a situation like clearing your name. If you wanted somebody that was willing to put their life on the line for their daughter, or even their friends, in the way she does, here she is, Rebecca Cunningham. What more can you say from a character that has earned the right at being number 3 on this top 12 countdown? Number 2 is Elisa Maza from Gargoyles. That's right, Elisa Maza from Gargoyles. Now you're probably saying to yourself, whoa, hold the phone, Elisa? Are you kidding? I'm not kidding, folks. I'm not kidding. I'll tell you why. Loving, badass, the whole 9 yards, folks. Whole 9 yards. This Elisa Maza is the kind of cop that you want patrolling your areas. This is the kind of detective cop you want solving your cases. This is the kind of detective cop you want as your friend. And that's what she is. It's like Nostalgia Critic says. She's kind of like with Goliath and the other gargoyles. She's like the April O'Neil for them. But she's more like if April was packing, and literally packing. And this girl packs, no doubt about it. She packs all the time. She is ready for action no matter what. Her main rival, of course, is Demona. Because Demona feels as though she stole Goliath from her and brainwashed Goliath into thinking humans are good people. But she is this... what can you say about Elisa? Here's a woman, here's a detective, a woman, a friend of Goliath that goes across the sea with him to an unknown land, an unknown island called Avalon. And that she actually puts her job on the line by doing that, because you got to be thinking, what are the other officers at the NYPD thinking? They're going like, where's Elisa? Why hasn't she been in for the past few days? No one really knows. But that's just the thing. Who's willing to go that far? Huh? Here's another thing. Who's willing to put her differences aside her social and cultural differences aside, to pursue a relationship with somebody that turns to stone. Literally. I mean, this girl has it all. This woman has it all. And that is why Elisa Maza is number 2. I know some people may not agree with it, but that's why she's number 2 on this list. Because she has so much she has contributed. There's so much she's contributed. I mean, there's nothing more you can ask for. And that's why she is number 2 on this top 12 list of the Disney Afternoon females. And at number 1, you probably only know this was coming. At number 1, the top Disney Afternoon female of all time. At number 1, you probably know who this is. She has a huge fan base. People love this character. You can go to street corners and everything and ask who this character is, and they will tell you, Gadget Hack Wrench. That's right. And you know what? I'm not the only one that would put her at number 1 on a list like this. I mean, from the first time she appeared in the third part of To the Rescue, she had a fan base like no other. I mean, people literally love this character to death. Literally love this character to death. I mean, there are websites, web rings, DeviantArt, fan arts, fan fiction. I mean, anything and everything you can think of, people, have put her on. People have even put her on T-shirts. Think about that. You want to know how popular this character is? How much people love this character? Ian Brill of Boom Studios, who writes the Darkwing Duck, the DuckTales, and the Rescue Rangers comics, sort of made her like the focal point of the first story arc in some ways. Like, she's basically saying she was the only one that could shut down the ARS. Literally. I mean, this girl has it all. Has it all, folks. I mean, I don't know how much more I could say. She literally has it all. You piss her off, she'll get in your face. Heck, I remember in Dirty Rotten Diapers, when Chip says, let's do it Gadget's way, Monterey's asking her, what do you suggest? Or what do you think, Gadge? Or Love, or whatever he calls her. And you know what her response is? When Chip says, let's do it Gadget's way, and Monterey asks her what her thoughts are, she says, trash the brat. I mean, come on. Come on. I mean, in the case of the Cola Cult, towards the end of that, she turns into a Ramboette, as the Disney Afternoon previews once put it. She turns into a Ramboette. Literally. But she also is very caring and loving. In fact, Double O Chipmunk is a good sign of that. It's one of my personal favorites. You talk about somebody that kind of understands where Dale's coming from. She goes to great lengths to let Dale live his dreams. She literally gets Monterey and Chip to help her let Dale live his dream. And what does she do? She puts on lipstick. She does something she never done before. She puts on lipstick, eyeshadow, a dress, high heels, a bracelet, a necklace, puts on a wig, tans her fur, I guess, or something. But, I mean, what more can you ask from this character? And, what makes her funny sometimes is, what makes her funny and popular is just who she is and how she acts. One of her most humorous comedic traits is when she says no problems. And then literally everybody has to duck for shelter because when she says that, the exact opposite happens. And then another thing that makes her funny and popular is when she starts rambling on. It gets on Monterey's nerves. She's like, hey, okay, whatever. Like in Shell Shock, that episode, towards the end, she's like, well, she's telling Monty, see, I told you they'd be less crabby because the shell's back in the back. I mean, there's still crabs in it, but I mean, literally, just like that. I mean, I'll tell you. I mean, what more can you ask from a character like that? I mean, she is definitely. Oh my gosh! Not one episode has she ever missed. Not one episode has ever been seen without her. I mean, what more can you ask? What more can you ask from the number one Disney afternoon female of all time, in my opinion, Gadget Hackwrench? What can you ask? Not much. And that's why she has this top spot. And that, my friends, is my top 12 countdown of the top 12 Disney afternoon females. I know it's controversial, maybe. Some of you may have a difference of opinion. But it's my countdown. Say of it what you will. I apologize for this being in multiple parts. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll talk to you later.